I want to talk about .com secrets in this video and how it completely changed the way that I look at selling anything online. So if you're looking to start an online business or grow your online business, then you have to read .com secrets. It's by a guy named Russell Brunson, and if you know who he is, then you know the value that he's created in this book. And if you guys want to get this book for yourselves, I'll leave a link down in the description. You can get it for free. All you have to do is pay for the shipping, which is about $8, which is next to nothing compared to all the value and information that this book delivers. And for those of you who don't know who Russell Brunson is, he's the creator of ClickFunnels, which is the best platform to grow your online business like crazy. So before I get into my review about this book and how it helped me change the way I look at selling anything online, I just want to first take the time to say that if this is your first time here on my channel and you're interested in learning different methods when it comes to making money online, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell icon so you'd be notified when I upload new videos. Okay, so I want you to think about this for a minute. Let's say you have a business where you're selling sewing machines and you're selling them for $500. Would you go to anybody and everybody and tell them, hey, buy my sewing machine because I said so? Most likely you wouldn't, because people wouldn't respond to that. They would tell you they're not interested, or even if they are a little bit interested, most likely they wouldn't buy it from you because they don't know who you are and you haven't delivered any value. They don't know if you're just trying to sell them a piece of junk in order to make a sale. Now in this book, .com secrets, as you can see, I got some notes that I have here marked on the pages because this isn't a book that you just read one time and then you put to the side. This is a playbook for growing your business. But in this book, Russell Brunson talks about finding your dream client. He explained who your dream client is. So for your business, who is the person that you want to attract into your business? Is it men ages 18 to 25? Is it women ages 25 to 40? This is something that you have to figure out for your business. The next thing that I learned from this book is where can you find your dream client? So if you're an online business marketer, you have to figure out where your target customers are hanging out at. Another thing that this book talks about is what bait are you going to use to attract your target customer. So this book compares attracting customers sort of like fishing. You have to put bait on the hook in order to get your target customer attracted to it. So you have to figure out what kind of bait is going to attract your target customer. And also, what result do you want them to have? So if you're in the weight loss niche and you're promoting a weight loss supplement, is a result that you want to have for your target customer maybe to lose 20 pounds? That's something that you have to figure out. So when you find the answer to these 4 questions, you know exactly how to find your target customer and how to turn them into buyers. Now, another important thing that this book talks about is the power of a value ladder. And if you don't know what a value ladder is, it's basically where you're giving people an option to go further into solving a problem that they're having for an extra cost. So in this book, Russell talks about an example, which is he goes to the dentist. So he goes into the dentist for a free cleaning. And then the dentist tells him, hey, you know what? Your teeth are a little yellow. Do you drink coffee? And he says, yeah, you know what? I do. And the dentist offers him a tooth whitening kit. And that's pretty much an upsell right there. So Russell said, okay, I'll take the tooth whitening kit because I want to have a better looking smile. And then the dentist notices that his bottom teeth are shifting apart from each other. And he asks him if he's worn braces in the past. And Russell tells him, yeah, I have. And he says, oh, okay, this is normal for people who've had braces before. What I can do is I can give you a retainer so they won't shift anymore. And then Russell says, okay, you know, I'll take the retainer. So the tooth whitening kit and the retainer are upsells. In the book, Russell talks about he went into the dentist for a free cleaning and he ended up paying $2,000 for the tooth whitening system and the retainer. So I want to give you guys a visual real quick of how a value ladder should look if you're trying to apply it for your business. So in the example of the book, Russell talks about he goes to the dentist and he gets a cleaning. So a teeth cleaning, which is going to be something for free. And then he gets upsold a tooth whitening kit. So as we move up the value ladder, the higher you go, the more value you should be giving the people on your list or your customers. So as we move this way, you're gonna see more of an upsell, so more money. So we got the free bait, which is gonna be the teeth cleaning, and then the dentist mentioned that his teeth are a little bit yellow, so he offers him the tooth whitening kit. So that's the money right there, and then he offers him a retainer because he noticed that the bottom teeth are shifting, so he wants to have a better smile. So that's something that he can upsell him right there. Now, what dentists do is that they have a follow-up. So every 6 months, they have a 6-month checkup for you. So they'll call you and they'll say, hey, you know what? It's been 6 months since you had your teeth cleaned. Why don't you come in and get them cleaned for free? So if you didn't take any of these upsells the first time that you went to the dentist, this is where they're going to try to follow up with you and get you to buy their upsell. So if you didn't buy the teeth whitening kit the first time, the second time you go in there for your 6-month checkup, they're going to offer it to you again. And if you didn't buy the retainer the first time either, they'll offer you that as another option as well. So this is where you can earn money following up with customers or your clients. So this is a good example of a value ladder. We got the free teeth cleaning, and then you upsell your customer with the tooth whitening, and then the retainer. You can use a value ladder for any business. It doesn't matter if it's a physical business or an online business. Every business has a value ladder. It might not be a good one, but they do have one. Another example that I want to give you guys of a value ladder, let's say that your local mechanic shop has a free offer where if your check engine light is on your car, they'll check it out for free. So let's say you take your car to the mechanic shop because your check engine light is on your car. So once they get you in the door and they check out your car, they'll tell you, hey, you know what? Your oil change is overdue. You were supposed to change it maybe 5,000 miles ago. We can do that for you for $30. And you say, okay, you know what? It's been a while since I changed my oil. Go ahead and change it. Now, as they're changing your oil, they might come back to you and say, hey, you know what? We noticed that your spark plugs are worn out. They're no good. We can change those for you for another $70. And you say, okay, you know what? I've never changed the spark plugs on my car. Go ahead and change it. Now, as they're doing all that, they might come back to you and say, hey, you know what? We noticed that all your tires are bald. They're ready to blow out. We have a set of brand new tires for your car. We can give them to you for $200. And you might say, okay, you know what? I'll take the new set of tires. Now, as they put on the new tires, you're sitting there and they tell you, you know what? We ran a diagnostic check on your car. The reason why your check engine light is on is because you need a new catalytic converter. They might tell you that they have one in stock and they can put on a new one for $300. Now, you could say, okay, you know what? I do need a catalytic converter because my car does need to pass mug, so I'll go ahead and take that. So what they're doing is the same thing. They have a free bait, which is a free offer, is to look at your car if the check engine light is on. And then once they have you in the door, they'll try to upsell you with the oil change, the spark plugs, the new tires, the catalytic converter. And if you don't take any of the upsells, if the mechanic shop is good with follow-up, what they do is they'll say, okay, you know what? You came in for a free check engine light. What we can do is we can offer you maybe a $5 discount off of your oil change because your oil does need to be changed and you can ruin the car's engine if you just keep running it without changing the oil. So let's say that you take them up on that offer to get your oil changed. Now, they know that every 30,000 miles or so, you do need to get your oil changed again. So they might keep that in mind and they might follow you up by calling you and say, hey, you know what? It's time for your oil change. We can change it next week. And you come in, you schedule an appointment to have it changed again. And what they're going to do is they're going to follow up with you and try to upsell you those other products that they mentioned to you before that you didn't take. Now, this method is a lot more effective than just chasing people down and trying to sell them your most expensive product right away. Because what you're doing is you're using that bait, in this case your free offer, to pull them in. And if people get value from that, then they're naturally going to want to receive more of what you have to offer. Now, as I mentioned earlier, another important thing that I learned from this book is how to find your target customer. So, are you targeting men? Are you targeting women? Are you targeting people between the ages of 18 to 25? From 25 to 40? You have to specify who your target customer is. So you have to figure out who your dream client is. So when you figure out who your dream client is, you have to figure out where they hang out online. So if somebody is all about fitness, you have to know where they're going to be hanging out at. Are they going to be on Facebook groups that are just about health and fitness, eating healthy? Are they going to be on Instagram using hashtags like workout, fitness, and all that stuff? What kind of blogs do they read? So you have to figure out where they hang out on and get your advertisement in front of them. Now, once you do this, it's a lot easier to get traffic. Another important thing that I learned from this book is how to divert people's attention from what they're currently looking at and making them pay attention to what you're doing. So it teaches the importance of eye-catching advertisements. Now, the last thing that I want to share about this book and why it's such a powerful tool to grow any online business is the power of using email marketing to get more sales. So like I talked about in the examples earlier about the dentist and the mechanic and how they follow up with their customers. This is important to your business if you're looking to convert people who are interested in your product or your service, but they're not ready to make that buying decision yet. Now in this book, Russell talks about the soap opera sequence and the daily Seinfeld emails and how you can use them to convert people who are on your email list into buyers. Now the reason why these are so important to convert people into buyers is because it helps you develop a relationship between you and the people on your email list. It gives them a better understanding of who you are and what you're all about. So it starts to build trust when you send out your emails to your clients. This is where the majority of your sales are going to take place, because people aren't ready to make a buying decision the first time that they see something. It takes multiple exposures before they're ready to make a buying decision. So that's my review about this book, .com Secrets. I highly recommend it for anybody who's looking to start a business or grow their online business. It'll teach you so much and the value is phenomenal. There's a lot more that this book has, but just for the sake of time, I didn't want this video to go on too long. So I just covered the most important things that I felt were useful to growing your online business. And like I mentioned, I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys are interested in getting this book for yourselves. It's free to get the book. All you have to do is just pay for the shipping. Well, I hope you guys learned something new from this video and hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought. And if you have this book for yourselves already, what's the most important thing that you learned from this book? And if you guys want to know my personal recommendation when it comes to making money online, you can check out the first link in the top of the description. Well, that's pretty much it. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.